the broadcast. This is 118. Follow me. Follow me, and I will help you get free. Once again, Soldier of Self-Mastery here on another Sunday Night Alive Power Hour live interactive broadcast coming to you right out of Stockton, California. This is episode 118. I want to thank you for joining with me today here on this broadcast. I want to know what's on your mind. What's going on in your mind? What solutions? What are you looking for today? How do you want to turn on the light in this COVID-19 era that we're going through right now? So welcome. We're going to get started here over the next few minutes. Join in. Well, we're going to go live here. We are live. And this is episode 118 of Sunday Night Alive Power Hour with your host, Soldier of Self-Mastery. Wow, has it been a last couple of days, the last couple of 7 days, the last month? Hasn't it been? It's been, I don't know, what can we say about this? Well, we're here. We're turning on the light. I'm very grateful to have you here with me today, this afternoon. I'm very grateful to be here. We're going to get into a proverb here in a minute. And I just want to make sure that you are, whatever it is, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about a few things on this broadcast, on this live broadcast today. I want to know what's going on in your world. I would like to know what's going on in your part of the universe. So I'm going to call on you to share, and let's keep the light on, my friends. Episode 118. Hola, amigo. I see we got a few people here with us on this episode. If you want to let me know where you're from, I'd love to know where you're from. Tell me who you are, what's happening in your part of the world. I'm in Stockton. I am in Stockton, California. That's where I'm broadcasting from. And we're going to read one proverb. It's out of 2 Corinthians chapter 6:21. I want to read this real quick before we do a little bit of house cleaning and we get into what is going to be today's topic. I do know what it is. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to see what questions, I'm going to see what ideas, what observations you have that you want to share today with us here live. Once again, remember my Iron-clad guarantee, by the way. If you follow me, I promise to help you get free. All right, let's get into this proverb. He has made him to be sin for us who knew no sin, that we might be the righteousness, that we might be made the righteousness of God in him. And that is 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 21. I find a lot of comfort today in reading scripture. I should be reading more of it. But I find a lot of comfort today in reading scripture and then sharing scripture with other people, because it's just a very challenging moment right now. It's a very challenging time. It's a very distracting time for many people. And that's kind of like what we're going to talk a little bit about here on this episode. I want to get your input on, is this a test? Is this a distraction that we're going through? Or is it a blessing in disguise? We're going to be talking about these things. We're going to do a book giveaway today. One book. It's actually going to be an ebook, right? It's not going to be a regular book. It's going to be an ebook giveaway. Numbers 25 through 75. Numbers 25 through 75. Please keep that in mind. And make sure that we're going to be here every Sunday. In fact, we might be going live during the week, depending on how closed up we get. In the coming days. We don't know how much of a restriction on activity is going to be. I know right now it is getting a little bit tighter. So I will be probably broadcasting live during the week. Be here. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel. If you do, make sure that you turn on your notifications. And make sure to subscribe to our email list at soldiersofselfmastery.com/happier. If you just go to soldiersofselfmastery.com, you can see what we're doing there. Cephas and I are working to do some more, to get some more projects, finish up some books. It's been a focus and distraction, my friends. Focus and distraction. So I want to welcome those of you that are here right now. Mikoli, hola amigo. I see we have Jesse, Rob, saludos. Oh, I wasn't supposed to touch my face. I sin. Hi, Laura and Rob. So we've got a few. We've got Yan. Let me see. Yan. Wait a minute. Where is this? I'm in Quebec City, Canada. Yan 21212. Welcome to the episode. Listen, if you have whatever it is that you guys, if you have an observation, we really want to focus on where we need to be going. We need to be focusing on what we need to be doing. At least we'll talk a little bit about that on this episode. I've been very challenged, just like those of you also. It's either focus or distraction. And I'm very grateful for those of you that are no longer gambling, right? I know that online gambling is a big issue. It is a big issue right now, but I'm very grateful for those of you that are not gambling. That is a very, very positive for you. And I'm sure that you're probably enjoying that positive. San Bernardino, California. Welcome, San Bernardino, Jorge. Good to see you, my friend. Steven. Hey, my man, Steven. All right, I don't know where you're from. I'd like to know where you're from. Let me see. Monica, hi, y'all. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Mark. I don't know if Mark is driving a truck. I know Laura drives a truck. Maybe she's... And there's Wilson. Hello, everyone. And Rob says, hi. Nice singing to Monica. It looks like everybody, we're building up here a little bit of an audience. Anybody have a special question today that you have, a thought, something that you want to, Jim, my brother Jim, Coach, I call him Entrepreneur Jim. Welcome to episode 118, Jim. Good to see you, man. I hope that you're doing good out there in Tucson. I'm going to believe that for you. I know, this morning I was just in front of the mirror, just looking at myself and, taking in a little bit of the news, just taking in a little bit, because there is a lot of stuff happening right now. And it's not just that there's a virus floating around. There's a lot more. I don't know. It's like we're going through a test, like a very severe test right now. And things are being exposed. So there's, we've got this battle going on with COVID-19, but we also have a lot of the stuff. I'm reminded of the damage that is kind of as a result of that virus, not just taking people, causing them to be ill, taking lives, but the devastation that it's also caused, the panic. People are dying from panic, sadly to say, because of how the mind works. It's either focus or distraction. Let me see. Laura says, scary times, trusting in God. It's a good time to be reading, that's for sure. It's a good time to be focusing on Scripture. In fact, Laura, I was reading in Revelation chapter 20, I believe it was chapter 21, and it describes a scene And this is Revelation chapter 20 or chapter 21, both of them actually. It describes a scene almost out of some kind of a movie, but yet it is a prediction, a futuristic prediction that is figurative. A lot of the Bible is historical. We know that there are stories, but then there's a lot of figurative language. The mark of the beast, the number of man, 666, the tribulation period, all of these things. A lot of it is figurative language. It's futuristic language. I believe that we're going through some of this language today. I really believe that. I don't know how to explain it, but I truly believe that some of the futuristic prophetic language that has been in the Bible, we are living in that. We're living in that. I truly believe it. Every time that I read the Bible, I can't look at it as a storybook. I have to ask myself, the figurative language, the words that are used in that book, it helps to paint a picture. So here we are in the middle of the dark tunnel, the tunnel of darkness, and we're turning on the switch, right? We're looking to turn on the light and navigate with light. Is that where you're at today? You got your switch on. You're working on navigating through this darkness with some light. It's a bit rough out there, man. It's a little bit stormy weather. We definitely can agree with that. Rob says, which time you will feel better. So I'm blessed, 70 days, gamble free, got a new job working from home. That's fantastic, Monica. That's impressive. Again, in spite of the difficulties that we're all going through, there's some real good blessings that we can take out of this if we focus, if we don't let the distractions get us, because the distractions are getting many people. I've even, it's like if we're not careful, we can become selfish. I've even kind of become selfish myself a little bit. I've had some projects that I was working on with my partner Cephas, and we have put that aside, but we're beginning to pick that up. By the way, also, I mentioned this to some of you that there is an opportunity. I have an opportunity. I'll talk a little bit more about this towards the end of this program. I decided to start taking this product called HemoHim. And you can see here in the I'm trying to put it up to the camera. HemoHim is a product that's created by the Atomic Research Institute. It's actually a food. It's a food product. I'm not going to get too deep into this, but if you're interested in wanting to learn more, my wife and I, my mother, and there's a few other people that we're actually building a team. We're actually building a team of people that want to go green and live a little bit healthier. This is actually a product that helps. It's patented, FDA accredited, USDA accredited, and the Environmental Protection Agency also knows about this product. This is not just a regular product that you can buy anywhere. This is a special product, and it was created for scientists. It was created through the Atomic Research Institute in South Korea. It was created for research scientists that were being exposed to radiation. The reason for this product was so that they could protect their immune system, develop white blood. In other words, fight anything that would be a toxin, anything that would harm the body, that would kill cells. And I'm doing my homework on this, by the way. Some of you might think that I'm full of crap here sharing this with you. It doesn't taste that pleasant, but to be honest with you, I've been on this for a week. If you do your homework and you find out what HemoHim is all about, you're going to be pretty shocked at the testimonials of people that are actually sharing this. We're talking about doctors and people of, anyways, I think I'm going too far with this here, maybe a little bit overboard. But if anybody's interested, just let me know. Again, it's free information. Of course, the product is not free, but I decided to go green. I'm just tired of giving my money to Walmart and all these other big corporations, and all I'm bringing into my home are products full of chemicals and destructive products. And plus, they don't pay me to shop. They don't pay me to shop. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to go green. I'm going to change some of my habits at home, and I'm also going to get healthier through this hemohim. It has to do with hemoglobin also, by the way, hemohim. It's a completely natural product. And eventually I'm going to earn money back from changing a few of my habits. Anyways, I'm going green, and I'm just getting the word out there. If you want to join me, I'd be more than willing to share that information with you. If not, we go on. So there we go. Let me see what Monica has to say here. Zam, I lost thousands over a 25-year period. It really sucks, but we can move on. Monica, one of the worst things that we have to live with is the regret. Unfortunately, we end up living with regret. I believe it was Jim that shared with me, used the word collateral damage. That left a really big impact in me. And I'm always reminded of the collateral damage that we do to ourselves when we take an action and we don't think about, we just take an action. We don't think about it at all. We don't do any homework. Just like this product, I tell people I'm sharing this product with, do your homework. Go on Google, find who the Atomic Research Institute is. Do your homework before you start putting something so-called this is a natural product, by the way. It is a natural product. That's been proven medically and scientifically. Do your homework. Do your homework. Let me see. Jim had something. Thank you, Monica, for sharing that. This is an excellent time to get pumped up and proactive. Jim had something here. Let me see. You guys are getting some good conversation here. Good conversation here. What I really, like I said, what I really want to do is when we walk away from this program, from this live interactive feed, I want you to walk away thinking about what you plan on doing going forward. Because right now, this time that we all have is a very, very, it's a luxurious time for us. Those of us that are well, we don't have to really contend with illnesses, but then again, we don't know. There's a lot of people around us getting ill. And let's not take it for granted. Just because you're feeling well and you're in good health, don't take it for granted, because this thing can hit any one of us. Even young people. But we want to go out of here thinking, where am I going? Sometimes I feel like I'm in limbo. Don't you feel like you're in limbo a little bit? Like, man. But this is a luxurious time that we've been afforded to really think about where we are in life. Think about that for a moment. You have the opportunity to really, it's almost like we're being forced to think about where we are. So that is a blessing in disguise. You know what I mean? We're being forced to think about where we are and where we're going, because we don't know. In 2 to 3 weeks, we have no clue. I mean, it's a grim picture that's being painted out there by many. It's a grim picture, right, by many. But we know we're going to get through this. We know that we're going to grow through this process. We're going to come out in 2 to 3 weeks. Where are you and I going to be? Where are you and I going to be in 2 to 3 weeks? This is the time to really some of that green powder tastes like seaweed. This Asian botanical extract tastes like licorice mixed with soy sauce. I'm being a good salesman about this, how I'm offering this product, but actually it doesn't taste that bad once you squeeze it out of the packet. In fact, I'll take one to show you. This is called Hemohand. By the way, those of you, I have shared this product with some of you, but some of you have not really taken it seriously. So anyways, here's a toast. Supposed to take 1 or 2 of these a day. I've been taking one. And Yes, I have noticed some results from being about a week into this product, but I'm not going to get into that here. I'll talk about it on another program. All right, getting too much into this here. Let me see what Jim has to say. Hey, there's a Zem. Also, I'll get to Zem here. A good direction to take is in the phrase, take advantage of the circumstances. Exactly, Jim. Take advantage. In fact, some of these, welcome. Zem, welcome. I also have my wife on Life 360 where she keeps track of me. I keep a limited amount of cash on me. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, to Jim. This time period that we're going through, this is it's very unusual. It's for me, I don't remember SARS. I don't remember, any of these plagues, the Spanish plague. I don't remember any of these. I was in the military. I was very young back then. Today, it's different because we're in the middle of it. I believe that this period also, this experience that we're going through, because this is a test. You're either going to fail this test or you're going to come out victorious on the other side. And I'm not talking about people that are going to pass away. And that's going to happen. People are dying. People are passing away every single day from other things. In fact, there's more people dying from other things around the world than they are from COVID-19 at this moment, I believe. COVID-19 is just something that we have to contend with. You may end up finding yourself carving out a new path. You may end up working on a new project for yourself. It could be a new job. It could be a brand new business that comes from this experience that you're going through, right? And a good thing is a lot of you that were struggling before this COVID-19 era experience, a lot of you were struggling in the casinos and you haven't had that. It's amazing how things can change your mind perspective very quickly. It just goes to show you that how your mind, if you want to shift your mind, if you want to transfer habits, you can actually do them a lot faster than you realize. You have to just want them. You have to want them, because if you don't want them, I don't care how fast, I don't care how many tools you have, it doesn't matter how much money you have, nothing will happen. Nothing at all will happen. You have to want something. And now's the time to do it, my good friends. So, all right. Rob says money. Yeah, more of it. That's what we all need. More money. More money. Well, I'm offering people an opportunity. Hopefully, somebody will take me up on this offer. We have a small team. I call it the green team. We have a small team of people that are building. Let me see here. By the way, book giveaway numbers 25 through 75. This is an ebook download. If you care about maybe getting some reading done, if you care about learning a little bit more about how crazy my mind is, let's try to win a copy of the Little Red Book. All right, my friends. Let's see what else is going on here. Any questions? Laura says, I had the swine flu, but it went away. Be careful. Be careful what you let people know you got. I'm serious. We have to be really careful about what we're letting people know what we have. I also almost died of Hodgkin's disease 20 years ago. Wow. So that's great things to have someone close to watch your money moves. That's something that I talk about in GABA is securing your money moves. That's one of the first things that I recommend when you are wanting to transfer this habit of problem gambling. Is one of the things is secure your finances. You have to secure your finances. All right. Think on projects during this time to replace gambling. What do you want to start doing? What are you going to start doing? Yes, we have to push ourselves a little bit, because if we're not careful, let me see. No, that's not the number. You're close. What was I going to say? If we're not careful we can get complacent. We can become complacent. And that's one thing that we have to be very, very careful. Yeah, this is kind of like a mini vacation. Some politicians said, hey, send them home for a month or two. Let them have a little bit mini vacation. The government will take care of most people. And but now we're finding out we got to be careful with that one because we don't want to become complacent. So has this helped us? Has this experience that you're going through right now, this tunnel of darkness, has it helped you regain perspective? Has it helped you regain perspective? I want you to think about that one as we begin to end this program. I'm going to throw up some numbers here. Hopefully I'll get some numbers for the free ebook. And make sure that if you benefit from this mission, make sure that you subscribe. Always leave a comment. And make sure that you leave a comment that's going to help somebody else, because people are reading your comments, whether you recognize it or not. I try to answer all my comments that you guys post on YouTube. So, and share the videos too. Share it with somebody that you believe could be helped by this. There's people still gambling. There's people still problem gambling. There's people that are having struggles with their mindset. I'm sure these videos will help. As I said, I promise to help you get free. If you do your part, I'll do mine. That's my ironclad guarantee. Willingly, every day, this is who you'll see. I just plan on being me. Number two, it also taught us a few lessons about these. This period that we're going through is also teaching us a few things about our government, the leadership that we are under. If you're in the United States, that's another thing that we can look at. How governments are operating. Leaders are being tested severely right now. And it's not over yet. It's not over yet. So, all right, let me see what else is going on here as we begin to wind down. I went to Atlantic City Gaming Commission. I self-excluded myself at casinos and online. I will be arrested if I step foot on their properties. I tell you, that's some serious accountability right there. You be arrested. I was told I would be arrested also. I ended up going back. They didn't even know I was there. You could take the casino. You could take the thing. You could take the man out of the casino. You could take the thing or the man out of the thing. But you have to take the casino out of the man in order to be completely free. And that is a decision. That is a decision. Right? This period right now, this period that I'm going through right now has really, really helped me to look at my health. I'm not saying by any stretch of the imagination that I'm perfect, but I'll tell you what, I'm willing to drink. I'm willing to take something that's going to help me if it's going to help my immune system stay strong during these times, because especially negative thoughts, negative media, propaganda, all this stuff that's going on around us can cripple your immune system, because it'll get you to focus on all the negatives, and that will bring your immune system down. That is the truth. Yan Patry. I got another. See, I see collapse now. When we don't build our house in the rock, trouble comes in crisis. Well, there's going to be, like I said, Jim, we're all being tested. We're all going through a testing period. I'm going through my own personal testing period, just like each and every one of you. Some are going to fail this test. Some are going to pass it. And we know that some people are not going to get through this because they're just not going to make it physically. And my condolences go out to those families, to those people, even to, there's young people out there too that we hear that have passed away because of. Then again, it's hard to believe a lot of the things that you hear out there. A lot of it is hard. You have to take it with a grain of salt. That's why we individually, we have to look at ourselves individually. We have to know where we stand, what we stand on. What are your beliefs? And what are your beliefs during this present time that we're going through? Some people believe that this is a biological weapon that's being used to control people. Possibly. I don't know. I trained in nuclear, biological, chemical warfare, but I'm not going to sit here I'm not going to sit here and say that I see the tie-in. There's a lot of conspiracies. There's a lot of things that are going on. You and I have to know where we stand in all of this, because if we don't know where we stand, we're going to get swept away somewhere. We're going to be distracted, as I mentioned earlier. Your light will become dim, and the darkness will be growing more and more. You can't have light and darkness in the same room. Well, I feel pretty smart saying that. If you turn on the light, the darkness has to go, right? But if darkness continues to grow, it can overcome the light if the light becomes dim. So is this an opportunity or a judgment? Thank you, Jim, for sharing that. There's a few more. There is somebody here that I want to acknowledge. Trisha, welcome to episode 118, this live interactive broadcast. And let me see, what is it? Santos, share that time you got thrown out of a casino if you like. Maybe Santos, do you still get the urge to gamble? I get tempted, but I don't. I believe very strongly that my desire for gambling is done and over with because I'm determined. Now, do I get tempted? Yeah, I get tempted. Do I think about gambling every once in a while? Of course, we all do. It's what we do with the thoughts that really matters at the point in time that it happens. Just like anything else in life. The moment that you get the thought, that's where it matters. When you get the thought, whether it's a temptation, whether it's a trigger, whether you got angry, whether you got in an argument with somebody, or you got a big old fat check. Man, I got plenty of money to go gamble now, right? That's what people think. I got plenty of. No, you don't. You have to deal with it there. If you don't deal with it there, you're done. You're going to go through with the action. It's going to overtake you. It's going to distract you. This is what I talk a lot about in the GABA, the Gambling Addictions Breakthrough Academy. I talk about dealing with your thoughts. There are some things, guidelines that you need to set in place, but more importantly, it's up here. You have to absolutely conquer the thought fast. Melody, I think it's is it Melanie Green? She says 5-4-3-2-1 method, right? In fact, she's got a big program on TV now, the Dream Program. Melanie Green, or yeah, she is. Is it Melody Robbins? Melanie Robbins, not Melody Green. Melody Robbins. 5-4-3-2-1, right? You get a thought, you want to change it. You get a temptation. You see an ad online on your laptop, and it's very, very promising. They want to give you free money to gamble online at the certain casino, play the slots, right? Boom, right then and there. Right, 5-4-3-2-1. Nope. That's where you have to conquer the thought. And you'll get better at it. Of course you will, if you practice. So I don't get the temptation. I got thrown out of a casino one time. Hello, Sean. Yeah, I actually was in a casino in the Bay Area, I don't know, maybe 7-8 years ago, maybe 9 years ago. And I made friends with this one Spanish guy. He was Mexican. I'm Puerto Rican. And we were in the casino for a couple hours. I had lost a bunch of money. And he told me that he was going to hit a jackpot. You know, maybe this guy was psychic. I don't know. Like me, I'm psychic sometimes. Do you ever feel like you're psychic? You are. You just don't know it. I'm not talking about the devil kind. It's just sometimes you just have, right? You listen to your intuition. You have that inner voice going on. But anyways, this guy told me he was going to win some money at the casino. I hung around for a little bit. I was like down $400, $500. So he comes over to me and he hands me a ticket for $1,200. No BS. This guy hit a jackpot. So I went and cashed the ticket in for him and went back to doing what I was doing. So I recuperated the money that I had lost, and I was playing, with the money that I had cashed his ticket. That you don't do that in casinos. That's against the law. You don't supposed to cash. Well, anyways, the crew came. They followed me and him. Actually, they got me. There's like 3 or 4 people came behind me as I was playing on the slot, and they said, "Come with us. We need to talk to you." And I was in my mind, I was thinking, what's going on? I knew it had to do with that ticket. I knew it did. So next thing you know, we're in front of a group of people in the security room, and he's in there. He doesn't speak Spanish, right? At least he wasn't speaking any English at that point. If he did speak English, I'm sure he was probably too scared to speak English. So he's looking at me, I'm looking at him, and they're like, "What'd you do with the money? Where's the money? We know what you guys did." And back and forth, interrogation. Finally, they got upset. I had the money in my pocket, but I wasn't about to give that money up. So after, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, they threw us both out. They threatened us with, if we ever come back to that casino, we'll be arrested on the spot. I thought they were going to search me for sure, and take the money that I had and be thrown out of there broke. But they didn't search us. They just kind of interrogated us, and this guy was hecka scared. Jose, whatever his name is. Anyways, they threw us out, and he left with some money in his pocket, and I left with some money. So that was the end of that. That was a story that I'd gone through. Of course, I shared that story really quick with you. It's kind of funny, but it's very sad because it could have turned out a lot worse than the way it did. We could have been brought back into a room. We could have been roughed up. It could have been a lot worse. Anyways, we came out of it, and I think a couple months later, I was back there again. It's the casino in Emeryville in the Bay Area. And believe me, I used to frequent that one big time a lot. Anyways, why am I sharing that? I think it's funny, but like I said, it could have been it could have ended up being a very, very sad state of affairs for me and him. I never saw that Spanish guy ever again. So that was that. Nahil, thank you for your support, Nahil. I really appreciate you. And I believe, was it you that recently had a birthday? Somebody recently had a birthday. I'm not sure who it was. So happy birthday to you. Hopefully I got the right person. And good to see you, Nahil. I hope that you're staying focused, completely focused. I'm going to believe you are, just like I am, staying completely focused. Well, as much as possible, right? Not gambling, though. I might have other issues. I may have other challenges. Okay. Yan, this is who I wanted to. Yan Patry, thank you for being on episode 118. I'm delighted to have you here. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you're from. But maybe you can tell us a little bit. If you win, and I like exposing people. I like putting people's questions and statements. So if you don't mind, that's what I do here. We kind of work. This is a live interactive program. Sometimes I talk myself into a frenzy, and I lose my mind a little bit, but you guys keep me on track. So I'm very grateful for that. Hopefully you guys are getting something out of this program, especially today. I do plan on going live probably during the next, as we enter into this week, probably in the afternoon. So if you're available, meet me. Cephas, my partner, might be available also. He might be going live with me, or there might be somebody else that might want to share a little bit about what they're doing. And again, if you want to know more about what we're doing with the green team, like I said, I've decided to go green. I've decided to change my products at home to natural green products and make money doing it, get paid for doing that. And as I continue to go forward, it's going to become pretty substantial income. Ted, who happens to be a millionaire friend of mine, I'm sure he doesn't mind me saying this. He's out of the Atlanta area. He is a millionaire when it comes to network marketing and building businesses. He's actually helping me build this business, and he introduced me to this product. I thought it was full of crap. But when I started looking at the doctors behind this product, the researchers, the scientists, the nanotechnology, the biochemistry, the clean fusion technology that's gone into this company. I thought, wow, this is pretty impressive. It's been around for 10 years. It's almost 7 million people strong. Almost 7 million people involved with this company called Atomy. And I've read nothing. I've just gone out there and done my research, doing my homework. I'm still doing my homework on the hemohim, because that is it's a very natural product with like 7 patents. And the FDA knows about this product. The EPA knows. So I'm really excited about this herbal extract. And again, if you put it to the test, I'm looking at laboratory tests, doctors' exams, and all kinds of things proving that this product is actually making a difference in people's lives. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting it to the test, get the blood work, get all these other things going on to see what's improving and what's not improving. So if you're interested and you want to learn more about hemohim and what it could possibly do for you, for your health, we're talking about people with stage 4 cancer, people with tumors. And this is not a cure. It's not a magic cure. It's not a magic cure. But I would encourage you, if you're looking for something green and healthy, do your homework. I can send you some free information that you can, maybe you'll find something and say, hey, Santos, what about this? What about the other thing? You know, the number one thing that we should be focused on is health. Your health is number one. If you're not focused on your health, you're forfeiting your life. We need to be looking into things that are natural, completely natural, right? Botanical things that actually produce cell increase, stronger blood, anti-cancer properties. Those are the things that we need in our lives. Okay, let me see. We got some numbers here. I got to keep an eye on my number here. There's one number, only one number in particular that I'm looking for. Monica, I thought you had it there for a minute. Let me see. Who else? Let me see. That's true, Jesse. The product that comes from the Atomic Research Institute, the products that I'm getting at home now, they're very, very high quality, low priced, but they're actually, if you know anything about South Korea and their laboratories, it's pretty interesting the process that they go through in order to create these products. So yes, you have to be very, very careful on what you're bringing into your home from anywhere. That is true. Adalib, welcome. You guys are getting close. Somebody will hit it before this day's over. But I wanted to get back to, is it Yan Patry? That's a unique name, Yan Patry. So I just was wondering where you were from. Maybe U.S. based. The government could care less how many lives are ruined from gambling addiction so long as they get their cut. Oh, believe me, when these casinos can open up again, they're going to open up very, very quickly if they haven't already. Yep. Gambling is no joke. You'll suffer. You may appear to be having fun when you're gambling, but then when it's done and over with, it's not, you'll be crying. You'll have tears because of the damage. You can't dig out of a hole, only gets deeper. Yeah, you can dig out of a hole if you know how to. You can dig out of a hole, but you're correct. If you dig wrong, you're going to dig yourself deeper into the hole. You can't dig yourself out of a hole, though. There's a way to do it, right? There's always a positive in every negative. You guys are getting some good Some good numbers in here. A little bit far from the number. Come on, let's get some higher numbers. Higher numbers, my friends. Come on. I'm going to give you guys an opportunity here. Yeah. The machines. Ooh, somebody. Let me see. Did somebody? Nope. Somebody got close. I see somebody got close, but they didn't get it. Yeah. You know, this gambling right now, as I kind of feel like we're in a boot camp, like a little bit of a boot camp, getting stronger. If we go through this process and we gain momentum, and then we go back to the casino, we go right back to the establishment, that is just completely foolish. I mean, I don't see. It's like going to the gym. It's like going. I'm keeping an eye on the numbers, by the way. Let me see, Trisha. Trisha, you hit the number 72. Wait a minute, where are you here? Trisha, you just hit the number 72. So Trisha, make sure that you send me your email. Okay, send your email to soldiersofselfmastery.com. Let me see if I can put it in here. And I will be sending you an ebook version of the Little Red Book, okay? If you go to the down there, soldiersofselfmastery.com, again, if the word donate is there for those of you that want to donate $1 or $2, whatever, to this mission. If you feel like you're benefiting and you want to donate, you can go to there. But if you just go to soldiersofselfmastery.com, send me your email. I'll have my partner Cephas send you an ebook within the next 48 to 72 hours, whatever. Well, congratulations, and I hope that you use the book. Don't read it. Don't read the ebook. Use the ebook. I believe it'll help get into it'll help you learn about optimizing your brain. You know, I'm different. Maybe one of these days I'll have my wife on the broadcast with me, because she doesn't do any of the YouTube or none of that. She just, in fact, sometimes I even wonder what she thinks about me, because I know my family thinks I'm a little bit strange, because I go on a program on Sundays and I make videos on YouTube and I talk freely about the things that I want to talk about. I also understand that there's something called surveillance going on, where they are monitoring people's conversations. I've been noticing that a little bit more on my YouTube channel. I'm going to continue to speak from my heart. I'm going to continue to share, to inspire people to think for themselves, to kind of analyze, to do what I'm doing to keep ourselves going forward until, hopefully they won't shut me down. But I do know that there's monitoring going on. I can tell you that right now. Honest to truth, there is some monitoring going on. I've started experiencing that in probably the last couple of months. So if you're out there and you got a message and it's hurting people's business or it's putting a damper, believe me, they're gonna look at this. They're not gonna take it lightly. It is what it is. I'm free from gambling. It nearly took my life. Gambling nearly took my life, and I'm going to speak up and I'm going to speak out about it. And as long as I have breath in my lungs, as long as I'm healthy, I'm going to motivate people to turn their backs, to transfer those habits, because you can. Because you can. And you can do a lot more than just turn your back on a bad habit. Believe me, there's a lot more that you could be doing. So, Trisha, let me see. Trisha Killer hit 72. So remember to send me your email. This is awesome. Once we get back into the going out, I'll be able to mail out. So I got a couple of copies. I put a little message in there, and let me read something. A new you. Visualize it. I'm just reading something. Visualize it. A new you. See it. Begin to experience it. A new you is arising. One that speaks positivity. Your mind has Your mind has a great ability. You can tap into this new version of you. So breathe, reach within yourself. You are capable of more than you can imagine. So quit being lazy, Santos. Anyways, what's this? So this numbers game makes me want to go play roulette. Keno laughed out loud. Well, if you're gonna do that, make sure it's just play, right? Monopoly. Monopoly is like gambling too. And if you think about the game Monopoly, but it's a game, right? You just don't want to use it for gambling. Yeah, 5G, installing them in schools while they are closed could be a strong possibility that there's a lot of surveillance taking place all around us, and some of us don't even know. We're not aware of what's going on. But I'm glad. One thing that I always focus back on is this book right here. Is this book right here? I always focus on this book because it's like reading a newspaper today. It keeps me grounded. It keeps me humble. Well, Santos, you're not a church person. You're not into religion per se. Why do you talk about the Bible so much? Why do are you a fanatic? Are you a Jesus freak or anything like that? No, I don't think I'm a Jesus freak or anything like that, but I do believe in the Bible. I do believe that there is an intelligent mastermind in front and behind everything that's going on. I definitely believe that. You don't have to agree with me on that, but I do believe that there is a mastermind, in the Bible refers to him as the Spirit, as God, as the Father, many different names, Jesus. I just follow the Bible and I pray, and I find some companion. I find some security in that. And of course, I do all the other stuff that I do, the getting in front of the mirror and laughing at myself and self-talk and making these videos and everything else that I do for that matter. Anyways, I'm preaching. I'm talking too much. I'm getting ready to end the program. I'm going to give you guys a little bit here and see what else you guys want to share here before I close down the program, before I finish the program here. Vato. I can't believe church is closed. William, thank you, William. Appreciate you being on the episode with us. I see we've got a few people here. Does anybody have a specific question? Well, there is a specific question right here. I am in the state of California. I live in Stockton. I reside in Stockton, California. I don't live here. I reside in Stockton, California. That is about 1 hour from Sacramento, California. And I'm about an hour and 20 minutes from San Francisco or the Bay Area. I'm about an hour and 20 minutes from the Bay Area. I live out kind of in the boonies. It's a very, very, it's a small town. There is a lot of activity here because there is, but of course there's activity in all these other places around the world. So that's where I live. Thank you for asking, Zem. What about you, Zem? Where are you from? What state and city do you live at? And how's this affecting you over there where you live? If you want to share, Zem. Well, my good friends, it looks like we're winding down here. Remember, we're going to be here again. We're probably going to be here during the week, a couple days during the week. We'll see what Monday brings. I know we're going to be here again at Sunday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time right here. Listen, I promise to help keep you free. That's my ironclad guarantee. Are you hearing that? As long as you follow me, as long as you do your part, I'm going to do mine to help you. And we're going to get through this together. We're going to get through this dark tunnel we're going through. We're going to get through this. We're going to grow through this together. So, William says Egg Harbor. Egg Harbor. Okay. All right, my good friends. Focus should be on health, number one. Number two, finances. Or number two, mindset. Number three, finances, right? We got to get those things. We got to focus on those things as we come through this period that we're going through. Focus ahead. This is something that we should walk out of this short live program with. Let's think about where we need to go ahead, and let's think about what we currently need to be doing right now. What we need to be doing right now. Remember, your good life is going to come out of a good series of good, constant, positive reminders. And there's always room for improvement within room for improvement, my friends. Don't get crazy. Don't get distracted. Listen, if you run into a situation where you need to talk to somebody, you want to brainstorm with somebody, right? We're talking about finding a solution for something that's very important to you. Connect with me over at soldiersofselfmastery.com. I'm here to help. Maybe you might be able to help me. Never know. And once again, if you decide you want to go green, you want to learn what we're doing with Atomy, I'd be more than willing to connect you into our group. It's completely free to be a part of this program. There's no fees. There's no monthly fees. There's no yearly fees. This is the green team. And we're talking about health and going green at home. So, let me see. A few more. Was your wife understanding about your gambling? Why did she stay with you? She didn't know for a long time, Trisha. I would say for at least a good 10 years, 11 years, she didn't know that I was actually gambling. In fact, she's the one that exposed it to me. One day she said, "You have a gambling habit. You have an addiction to gambling." I said, "No, I don't." I didn't want to accept that fact. But then finally I did. And in fact, I was dragging her into this. And of course, I can't speak for other members of my family. But when I was gambling, I did a lot of stuff by myself. I didn't want people to know. I was so ashamed. I didn't want people to know. But then eventually it came out in the open. You know, the landlord, well, he didn't know that I was gambling. But when he asked me to leave my home, I had an idea that maybe he knew that something wasn't right in my life. Or when I lost my job of 10 years in the Bay Area, right? I didn't care at that point. I was so numb. I got my little pension, whatever it was, my 4-month salary, and left thinking I was going to come back. A lot has changed, and I'm very, very grateful that I'm no longer gambling. I'm very empowered. I'm very strengthened by that. And again, it's not just about gambling in my life. I've been through a lot of dark experiences that when I look back, I say, wow, how did I get through that period in my life? It had to be by God's grace that I was able to get through those moments. And today here I am free, completely free. I don't think about gambling, even though we gamble to a certain degree with our lives, right? The moment that you step out of bed, you're gambling, really. But we do things The main thing is that you're not gambling. The main thing is that you're not hurting your finances. The main thing is that you're not hurting your family. You're not hiding. You're not lying about these things. You're not conniving. That's the main thing. And that you gain strength in all of these areas that you need to gain strength, because it's not just about gambling is a problem up here. It's not a money problem. It's not a casino problem. It's not a slut machine. Yes, I did say slut machine. It's not a slut machine problem. It's a problem that you have up here. Remember this mind-mouth connection? All right, my friends. I've said enough for today. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being here. So it's not hard. Adelaide, thank you for being here. Be safe, and hope to see you guys next episode. Thank you. Appreciate you for being here. Laura says it's hard, Trisha. I don't know what's hard. The Bible says that the way of the transgressor is hard. If something is hard, if something that we don't want to do and we're doing it and we say it's hard, it's going to become harder for us to walk away or transfer into another habit. There is work. It is possible. And right now is the time to do it. Now's the time to eliminate gambling from your vocabulary. Get it out of your brain. Get it out of your system. Just get it out. Draw strength from this period that we're in. All right, my good friends. Rob, Laura, Jesse, Jim, William, Zem, Adelaide, Trisha, Nahil, Stephen, Monica, all of you guys. I want to thank each and every one of you guys today. Stay safe. Remember what we've talked about. Let's keep the light on. We've turned that switch on. Let's keep the light on. Stay plugged into those sources that are going to feed your focus. I'll see you next time. Peace through strength. I'll see you guys on my very next one at the top on the inside. Remember to make every day super fantastic, terrific, and over the top. And remember, your good life is going to come out of a good series of good, constant, positive reminders.